Believe it, there are no U-Hauls in graveyards. Grace and peace, everybody. Welcome to Sabbath School Study Group. I'm Chris Bailey, and we are going into a new 5-part series focusing on giving back. Today, we want to learn, and if we already know it, remember, you can't take it with you. No matter what it is, if you can see it, if it is a thing, you can't take it with you. That's what the Bible says to us. So it gives us a whole heap of perspective to realize if there are no U-Hauls in graveyards, then where should our focus be? We're going to talk about that, but let's get some Bible. Let's get some background. We go to the book of Psalm. In Psalm 49, verse number 17, speaking of us, speaking of men and women on this earth, when he dieth, he shall carry nothing away. His glory shall not descend after him. This is deep because there we get that principle. No U-Hauls in graveyards. Because there is nothing of this world. There is no thing that we take from this world. And if you really think about it, when it comes to coming to the world, we didn't really bring anything. No baby is born clothed. No baby is born, even though we say that as a myth, with a silver spoon in their mouth. We have nothing and we take nothing. It speaks to the nature of life. So that's why you think of verses like this one here in James chapter 4, verse 14, where it says, whereas ye know not what shall be on the morrow, for what is your life? This is a rhetorical question because we get an answer. It is even a vapor that appeareth for a little time and then vanisheth away. These are the words of the Apostle James speaking of life and comparing it to a vapor. Like if you were to take a candle and when you extinguish the flame, what's left is that poof or that plume of smoke going up. That's life. That's the nature of our existence here. And usually in Solomon's words, in Proverbs and Ecclesiastes, the word vanity is used. And so a lot of times I'll think of vanity as it talking about how you look. And yes, that how we look can become vain because how we look changes. Life is vain in that way. There's a vanity to it in that, like a plume of smoke, it's here today and it can very well be gone tomorrow. So here's some advice. Advice, context, 1 Timothy chapter 6, verses 6 through 7 says, but godliness with contentment is great gain. Here we're getting pushed into the positive. Here we're trying to realize now what is permanent. Because, verse 7, we brought nothing into this world, and it is certain we can carry nothing out. The verbiage is a little different because it says, and it's certain we can carry nothing out. It's almost as if the Lord knows, and he does know, that we're going to try. We're going to try and take it with us. So that's why you get pharaohs and these prominent Egyptians who would actually take people who had been buried and then take the lives of those who were serving them so that they would serve them with all the stuff that would then be put into this tomb for them to have in the afterlife. You know what? Of all the discoveries in all the pyramids, there are no empty tombs. The people aren't there anymore. They've gone and passed down and broken down and returned to the dust of the earth, as the Bible says. But the stuff is still there. We can't take it with us. So if we can't take it with us, what do we do with it? That's what we're going to focus on for the remainder of this series. But we have to start up front to recognize I can't take it with me. So let's find out what the Father actually wants us to do with the blessings that he's given us.